All right, let's get right into it. For months, Solana has been on an absolute tear, just one of the hottest things in the market. But now, well, some serious cracks are starting to show. We're going to break down whether this incredible run is finally hitting a brick wall. So this is the big question on everyone's mind, right? After an absolutely stellar 4-month performance, is the party finally over for Solana? The signs are, well, they're conflicting, and that makes the stakes incredibly high right now.
Before we dive into the warning signs, let's just quickly set the stage, because you really have to understand just how powerful this rally has been to get why what's happening right now is so important.
I mean, we are not talking about a small little jump here. This was a sustained, powerful, nearly 4-month-long uptrend. This thing was a rocket ship, and that kind of consistent growth made Solana a total standout, grabbing everyone's attention. And this wasn't just hype, you know? The momentum was so real, it pushed the price all the way up. It came this close to smashing through that huge psychological barrier of $250. But it hit a ceiling. And that's exactly where our story takes a sharp turn. So what happened? Why did the engine stall out right before that massive milestone? Let's dig into the data, because there are a few key signs that suggest the legs supporting this rally are starting to get a little shaky.
And boom, here's the first major red flag. Network activity is way down. We're talking about the number of active addresses hitting a 13-month low. A number like that, wow, it tells a pretty powerful story all on its own.
To put it simply, fewer people are actually using the network. It's like the party is still going, but a lot of the guests are starting to head for the door. And that can be a big warning sign for falling demand. Without that constant user activity, it's just really tough to keep the price up.
Okay, next up, we've got a technical indicator called the Chaikin Money Flow, or CMF for short. All you need to know is it's a tool that helps us see where the money is going. Is it flowing into an asset, which is good, or is it flowing out, which is not so good?
And this is where it gets really interesting. The CMF is telling two completely different stories at the exact same time. In the short term, it's dropped below zero. That's a clear signal that money is heading for the exits. But, and this is a big but, if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the indicator is still in a long-term uptrend, which hints that there's still some fundamental strength there. It's the perfect picture of the tug-of-war happening in the market right now.
So with all this conflicting data, this push and pull, it all boils down to one critical level. You can almost forget everything else for a second. The entire fate of this uptrend might just hinge on one single number.
And here it is, $221. Look, this isn't just another price point on a chart. This is the floor. It's the structural support that has been holding this entire multi-month rally together. If this level breaks, the whole game could change.
And as we're talking, the price is just hovering, teetering right above this critical line. We are literally watching the battle between the bulls and the bears play out in real time, right on this crucial threshold.
So it all comes down to this. What happens next? From this point, there are really only two very clear, very distinct paths forward for Solana's immediate future.
So here they are, the two scenarios. Path 1 is the bullish bounce. Solana holds that 221 support line like a champ, sentiment improves, and it rallies up toward the next target at 232, getting the whole uptrend back on track. Path 2 is the bearish break. It fails to hold, selling pressure takes over, it smashes through that support and could quickly drop to test the $200 mark, shattering that 4-month trend for good.
So that brings us to the final question. You've got these weak short-term signals, but a strong long-term trend that's still kind of there. And everything is balancing on a knife's edge at $221. So who is going to win this fight? The bulls or the bears? That is the multi-million-dollar question everyone is dying to see answered.